Hey guys, it's that time of the week. Crewman coming back at you with another profitability video. In this week's video, I will be going over the 3 coins that I'm currently mining: KASPA, NEXA, ZIL. I'll be going over their network hash rate, the differences in it, their price, what I think is going on with their price, just some simple speculation. Then I'll be going over what I'm actually making per day as of this week, and then what my plan is in the next coming week. I'll talk about that as well. So let's get at it. Alright guys, so let's start with NEXA. As you can see here, I finally found a way to make mining pool stats not bug out on my OBS. So that was nice. Let's take a look at the hash rate. We're at about 22.91 terahash, 23.91 terahash. For a weekly improvement of about, I don't know, about a terahash. If you look at the 7-day right here, which I just found out you could actually do, you're looking at it was about 22.91 terahash last week. So it's basically a 1 terahash increase, which isn't that crazy when you consider how popular NEXA has become. And we can see here the pool leaders are still Wooly Pooly, which I would not recommend you mine to. Our plant, Cryptex, which I do like, and Viper Pool. I actually don't mind any of the top 3 besides Wooly Pooly. Top 4, I mean, besides Wooly Pooly. So let's go look at NEXA's price. As you can see with NEXA, we're down about 10% over the last 7 days, but let's look at how much the price has increased in the last 15 days. If you look at March 28th, it was at about 4 decimal points and 11. It spiked up to its all-time high of 44, so it 4x'd basically. It was kind of crazy, and that was in the span of like 2 days. And it went back down to about 20, or it went up to 30, went back down, and now it's steadily gone down to about 27 to 30, but it's holding. It's about 28 right now. So we're at about 152% increase in the last 30 days. A 10% decrease in the last 7 days, but as I've shown, that number is misleading. And a 605% increase in the last 90 days, which is incredible. So overall, NEXA is great. I have about a quarter of my farm on NEXA. I plan on mining NEXA. I very much believe in NEXA. And like I said, I don't plan on stopping mining it anytime soon. So let's move on to KASPA, which is where the majority of my farm is. So let's look at the 7-day hash rate change from last week. So we're at about 729 terahash. Last week it was about 630 terahash. So we're looking at about 100 terahash increase. Woo! That's crazy when you compare it to the NEXA terahash, which is 23 terahash. There are a lot of people on KASPA. But as I showed in my video yesterday, KASPA is the most profitable coin to mine currently. And as far as the pools go, I would not be on Wooly Pooly after they had that crazy debacle on KASPA. I currently mine on K1 pool, and if you check out my previous videos, you can see why I believe in K1 pool. I believe in it because it has the best payouts, especially for ZIL mining. So let's look at the KASPA price. So with KASPA, we're about 6.8% negative down in the last 7 days. But again, I kind of think that's a little misleading. Like if you let's look at the last 30 days. And again, around March 26th, which is about 15 days ago, it was at about 0.117 cent, and then it mooned up to 0.4, or went from 1 cent basically to 4 cents, and it 4x'd, and it went down a little bit. And then if you look at last week, it went up again to about 44 cents when it went down. So KASPA's floating in a pretty good place, actually, I would think. Like I said, I think the 7-day numbers are very misleading when you look at the overall price chart. But we're up, 30-day numbers are up 192%, and then the 90-day numbers are up 625%. So similar growth to NEXA. It's crazy. Now the hash rate is way, way higher than NEXA, but it uses a lot less power. KASPA uses almost 30 to 40% less power than NEXA. So especially with your GPU miners, it will be great when the summer comes. Now, I know there's a lot of ASICs and FPGAs coming online, and that's going to be a problem, but listen, we're GPU miners. We worry about tomorrow's problem tomorrow, just like we said with ETH, and look where we're at right now. So let's go check out ZIL. And if you look at the 7-day history of the hash rate, it's kind of all over the place. It looks like it's just bouncing between 27 and 30, staying relative. The top pool is K1 pool, obviously in my opinion, because it literally has 1% pool fee when you look at everyone else. And I mean, Crazy Pool is the only other one that actually gives honest pool fees, and that's at 10%. And Crazy Pool is where I go to mine when I'm mining NEXA and ZIL. But you look at the terahash, there's almost, there's almost a third of the network on K1 pool, and it's really easy to figure out why. So let's look at the ZIL price. It's okay. I don't know. It's hard for me really to read ZIL. In the last seven days, it's down 1%. 30 days, it's up 30%. 90 days, it's up 30%, which is good for me because I sell my ZIL at the end of every month because I use ZIL to pay for my electric bill. Will that change? I don't know. I think I believe in the long-term future of NEXA and KASPA more. It might come to where I might start leaving a small bag of ZIL, just kind of hedge your bets a little bit, but we'll see. But right now, being up 30%, I think I'm just going to take my profits and move on when it comes to ZIL. Again, none of this is financial advice. Alright guys, now that I've talked about the coins and what's going on with them, let's look at what I'm mining, what I'm making per day. So with KASPA, I am making $33.65 a day. With NEXA, I am making $16.18 a day. ZIL, I'm making $6.71 per day. So about 10% of my total profit is from mining ZIL. Again, it's just free money. There's no reason to not mine ZIL. $56.54 gross revenue. It cost me $32 a day in electric to run my farm, so I'm making about $22.74 a day as of this week. Now those numbers obviously can change at any time, and as I add more GPUs or remove GPUs, my power costs will change, so these numbers could change. So I want to make that abundantly clear. But overall, it's very much worth mining. Now as I've said already, my mining farm breakdown is about 75% on KASPA, 25% on NEXA, and every card is running ZIL. Now, you might be asking why I'm not all on KASPA, and as I'm sure listeners of the channel know, and I'll explain it to newer people, that my electric is not, it's weird, my delivery is fixed, but my generation isn't. So the more power I use, technically the cheaper the rate would be. Hobbyist Miner has a similar power setup to me, very close, and he goes into it in much greater depth than I usually do. So it actually makes sense for me to mine some NEXA because I like NEXA a lot, and I actually want to have bags of NEXA and KASPA. It inadvertently lowers my costs a little bit, and I like to diversify a little, which actually leads me to my next point. In this current day and age, there are a lot of profitable coins. In addition to the 3 coins that I've already been mining, you have Radiant, which just went to the moon out of nowhere, but I mean, it's been relatively profitable. I mean, I know it just went kind of crazy, but I've known about it, and I've honestly just chosen to focus on NEXA and KASPA just because I felt more comfortable with them. That doesn't mean you can't mine Radiant. I mean, the price is good. I mean, if you have been mining Radiant, you made out pretty well in the last 30 days. It's actually gone up higher than NEXA and KASPA. I mean, but then again, everybody's winning right now. And then there's Dynex, which I was on in the very beginning, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't like Dynex. There's some things that I've heard and some rumors that I've heard, again, none of which I can prove, but from reliable people. I'm not a fan of Dynex, guys. I got out of it. I sold all my Dynex, and I don't ever plan on mining it. I don't recommend people mine it. Obviously, you all have to do your own research, but they've had problems with their pools or with their Malbos. There have been a lot of wallet and miner problems, just problems that you should not have. And there's stuff about Dynex that really doesn't sit comfortable with me. So again, I don't recommend it, but the price is here. I mean, people are trading it, people are mining it, so I'm not going to tell you guys not to do it. I mean, I am going to tell you guys not to do it, but obviously that's just my opinion, and you guys can make your own call. And then another coin that is relatively new, that came out of nowhere, that if you've been mining this early, you did real good, OCTA.SPACE. It's an ETH hash algorithm coin, and it looks interesting. I don't think it's the most profitable coin to mine, and again, I happen to be mining what is, in my opinion, the most profitable coin to mine right now, but that doesn't mean it's not a good coin. I am going to look at triple mining OCTA.SPACE, ZIL, and KASPA probably later this week for a future video, so I am going to be dabbling in it a little bit. It's certainly not bad. And as far as Radiant, I haven't done anything with it, but I don't know, I might put a few rigs on it. Who knows? I'm going to do some more digging into it. But again, guys, there are we've got NEXA, we've got KASPA, we've got ZIL, we've got Radiant. You can have Dynex if you wanted. And OCTA.SPACE, there's so many good coins out there. This is a really, really good time to be GPU mining. There's really not a wrong way you can go. I mean, it's just your opinion and what you're doing. So that's why I wanted to explain that. As far as what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be predominantly mining KASPA and NEXA. Although, like I said, I'm going to be playing around with OCTA.SPACE and Radiant a little bit this week, maybe into the next week, and we'll see how it goes. There's really no harm in doing it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope this video helped. GPU mining is very, very, very fun right now. It's profitable too, which is nice, and it's nice being rewarded for basically never shutting off. It was really only 2 months that I wasn't profitable after the ETH merge, and that was when I was just not intelligent. I just sat on ETC just because it was what I was comfortable with. Will it pay off? We'll see down the line. I think I'm going to hold on to it now, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, GPU mining's been great. If you can turn on. Again, I am actually still funding half of my electric bill. That was the deal with the wife. So I will be selling probably the next few days a little bit just to get enough to pay for it. So yeah, that's it really. I just wanted to share with you this week's profitability video. Thank you guys for watching. I know your time is valuable, so thank you for spending it with me. I hope this helps show you what you can do with a mid-sized GPU farm, and this will scale up or down accordingly, guys. And again, for everybody that asked, and I forgot to mention it, my power rate right now is around like 13 cents because I'm doing a lot of KASPA. It would be cheaper if I was doing NEXA, but I'm profitable, and I hope you guys are too. So take care. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Crewman out.